recognize Ms. Brown for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'm glad this committee is finally turning its attention to the federal government's use of artificial intelligence because under President Trump, AI isn't being used to serve the people, it's being abused to serve the powerful. DOGE was a reckless, unregulated, and unethical failure, and I wouldn't be surprised if some of my colleagues on the other side quietly agree now that Elon Musk is out here trashing their one big ugly bill. So let's be clear about how we got here. Musk and his cronies were handed the keys to our government's data, let loose to sidestep security safeguards, strip away federal jobs, and exploit Americans' personal information unchecked and unaccountable. They used AI as a blunt force tool to slash thousands of federal jobs and gut billions in government spending with no transparency or regard for the human cost. But that's not even the most dangerous part. DOGE has launched an unprecedented power grab over Americans' personal data. Earlier this year, reports surfaced that a DOGE staffer with no credentials and no clearance reportedly accessed Americans' personal information and shared private data with third parties. I co-led a letter with Reps. Trahan and Del Bene demanding an investigation, and it might not come as a surprise that we're still waiting for answers. And we now know this wasn't a one-off. Whistleblowers have revealed that DOGE is actively building a master database, a centralized system combining sensitive data from across federal and state agencies that includes Americans' medical records, their credit card numbers, their medical claims, their student debts, and much, much more. To build it, the administration has turned to Palantir, the surveillance firm funded and founded by Republican mega donor Peter Thiel. And this massive trove of personal information is being built with no oversight, no security guarantees, and no guardrails. Here's why every American should be alarmed. In the wrong hands, this database could be weaponized to target political enemies, suppress dissent, or surveil the public. And even in the best case scenario, a breach could expose millions to identity theft, blackmail, or worse. What's most disturbing is how much we still don't know. But what we do know raises serious concerns about violations of the Privacy Act, FISMA, and E-Government Act. This committee must keep investigating because we cannot allow AI to become a weapon of surveillance for surveillance, exploitation, and the dismantling of public institutions. So, Mr. Shire, how should Americans feel knowing that DOGE is pulling together their most sensitive personal data to train AI without clear safeguards, oversight, or consent, and what protections are in place to keep that data from being misused or exposed?
Well, we do have a lot of laws in place. We have laws protecting the data. We have laws prescribing how it is used, how it is shared, and that's what's being bypassed. So it really is more a matter of enforcing the laws we have on the books than writing new laws. I don't think we have a need to do anything because of AI, because these problems with data sharing, the security risks, have been with us for decades. And we do have laws, we do have rules, and they're being bypassed.
So let me ask you this. Given DOGE's reported practice of bypassing security protocols and exporting sensitive data to less secure environments, how serious is the national security risk? And are we making it easier for foreign adversary hackers to access government systems and Americans' personal information?
I mean, we are. We knew from the first weeks that some of the things DOGE was doing was bypassing security protocols. And removing audit trails. I mean, basically eliminating the security mechanisms we have in place to protect the data. We've had one example of a Russian actor going in after a DOGE employee using their credentials, and that's the one we know about. These countries are not stupid. They know how to do espionage. They've been doing it for decades. And so I think what I said in my remarks, we have to assume that all of this data has been exfiltrated by our enemies. I would be very concerned. Now, it depends on who you are. The more powerful you are, the more concerned you are, because the more leverage can be leveraged against you.
Thank you. Let me be clear. Artificial intelligence and other emerging technologies can offer real benefits, but only when developed responsibly and with clear guardrails that protect the American people. So I stand ready to work with my colleagues on the other side of the aisle who are serious about securing our nation's cybersecurity, safely deploying AI within the federal government, and ensuring that Americans' data remains safe. And with that, Madam Chairwoman, I yield back.
Thank you all.